players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports on this very special day. Let me be the first to wish everyone out there a happy Veterans Day. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at Oklahoma City, they're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Seeing where the Celtics are, they're making some progress. Still looking up at most of the league, but you gotta keep pounding the rock. Progress comes in fits and starts.
Looking at the starting five for the Boston Celtics. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Derek White out there with Anthony Simons. And it's Kata in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the 76ers, Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's George in at the 3. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
White looking it over. And he makes it on the layup.
I like how composed White is. Even with the contact, he stays locked in.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Edgecombe for 3. Kata pulls it in. Here's Brown. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Agile and athletic. Brown is able to just overcome that interior defense.
And about a minute gone in the first quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him, and he said we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Ryan, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Tatum, following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
That free throw's good from Maxey. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, player almost a decade younger. And Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, thank you. Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Simons passes to Tatum. Back to Simons. George against Brown.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. It's also good, so he hits both free throws. Philadelphia has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Maxey against Simons. Embiid a screen on White. Out to Oubre. It's picked off. And finished off by Tatum.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Edgecombe. Philadelphia moving it around. George feels it out a bit. From 10 feet away. No good. A bit long that time. And White has got the ball here for the Celtics. Their last game, a win against the Magic. Looking to carry it into this one.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
The Sixers trailing. Pass to Embiid. Back to George. Inside. The kick out to Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Hauled in by Brown.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
White on the wing. Fires it. Rebound by the 76ers. To the paint. And Maxey gets it to go. On the assist by George.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Tatum against Oubre. Pass to White. Takes the 3. The rebound by Embiid. The 76ers have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. For 3, Maxey. Again, Maxey missing.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Here's Simons. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
Here's Maxey. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. White with a steal. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And the jam by Brown.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Maxey following the bucket by Boston. It's George on the wing, defended by Brown. George in the post. Brown's there. From 9 feet. Pass to George. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Basket's good.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
'76ers trail by 6. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
For 3, Maxey. Philadelphia with another miss.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Here's Keita. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. White can't hit. Shot from the low block. And Edgecombe gets it to go. Edgecombe's got 5 now.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
And it's the Celtics ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Pass to Simons. Over Maxey. Simons' shot is good.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Well, the 76ers shooting 33% in the first quarter. With the step back. Out to Oubre. The three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
And you see the IQ George possesses. Fantastic decision to kick it out to the shooter.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Jason Tatum.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Boston leading by 3. Now Brown really played well against Orlando in his last game. Tatum can't hit. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Well, injuries a nightmare for the Sixers, Grant. Last season, a league-high 55 different starting lineups.
Yeah, B.A., and their lowest win total since 2016. But some silver linings. Jared McCain was on track for Rookie of the Year before he went down. And Quentin Grimes also impressive.
And out of bounds, the Celtics will take it.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
The Celtics with the lead. And here's Pritchard. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Down low. Here's Boucher.
Oh, wow! What a play!
That was incredible. Proven once again that he's a team-first player. Tatum is all about finding his guys whenever he can.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? Outside Grimes. Oubre, a screen on Tatum. Tatum with a steal. Here's Pritchard. And Grimes pulls it down. Pass to McCain. Maxey against Brown. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got his second basket on the night.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The Celtics shooting an excellent 56% in this quarter. Here's Pritchard. Now Tatum. Here's the steal. Here's the break. Here's Maxey. And it's all tied up. And it's 8 points for Tyrese Maxey.
And Maxey is especially dangerous in these situations. When he has room to run, good luck stopping him.
Now here's Pritchard. No points yet. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. So it's Philadelphia now, following the bucket by Boston. Embiid. Count that one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so it's Boston with it. Outside Tatum. Soft touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Great toughness. Tatum felt the contact, but still completed the play.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And some changes here for the 76ers. Andre Drummond comes in for Oubre, and it's Paul George in for Maxey. Minot's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Tatum. The 76ers have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. George with it. Last game out, we saw him score 42. Pass to Drummond, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And when you talk about efficiency, these are the guys that come to mind. Here are the league's best shooters so far. Andre Drummond, third.
He's been fantastic scoring the ball, shooting it at a high clip.
Edwards, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Outside Pritchard. From down in the low post, it goes. And it's a 4-point Boston lead. There's a minute 40 left in the first quarter. McCain against Pritchard. Drummond, a screen on Pritchard. To the middle. Kicks it to George. Jacks up a three. That one falls. Coming off a Drummond feed. George has got 6.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
McCain against Pritchard. Pass to Minot. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 5. White for 3. Hits a three-pointer. White's gotten his second bucket.
Sometimes you just know it's coming. White couldn't wait to let that one fly. Respond to the 3 on the other end.
Now here's George. 6 points for him. Drummond with the bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Brown. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
First one falls for him. And some tough salary decisions this summer for the Boston Celtics, coach.
Well, in one way, it's a good problem to have, possessing too much talent. But with this new CBA, it's harder to retain everybody like we saw with Celtics teams of old.
It's both from the stripe.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
McCain, a screen on White. Grimes into the lane. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Pritchard against McCain. Pritchard surviving the D. And the jam by Brown.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Ooh, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Celtics. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Celtics lead by 6. Paul George out there with Edwards. Then there's Quentin Grimes. Then there's Jared McCain. And it's Drummond in at center. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Drummond grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Back to Grimes from behind the arc. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. And the Celtics shooting has been unreal. 64% from the floor. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Minot. 6 on the shot clock. Knocks down the long J. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Even against tight defense, he is so good from out there.
And for the 76ers, they're shooting a nice 50% for the game. Drummond up top. Back to George. Drummond to screen on Boucher. The kick out to Edwards. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. White on the wing, covered by Grimes. Here's Pritchard. And Boston again with the bucket. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Boucher against George. To the inside. Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
So much force. Easy money for Drummond.
Boston leading by 9. Now White. He's got 5. Pass to Minot. The 3 is up. Nails it from 3. Minot's got 6 in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And here's McCain. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. And no good, but close on that one. So he'll shoot 2 now. That one on White. And when you're trying to slow down a great scorer, there are those shots you've just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, B.A., you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
Edgecombe, he's checked in for Edwards. And the Celtics also making a change. Simons is checked in for Pritchard. No good on that one. And he sinks the second. Now here's White. He's got 5. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second.
Well, White is such a well-rounded player. He can run the offense, act as an off-ball threat, he sets screens, and he's an all-defensive team level player. He checks a lot of boxes.
And he can't get the first one.
We'll talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
George against Boucher. Goes up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Drummond's got 6 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. On the wing, Simons. And a miss there on the triple. 76ers trail by 10. Here's George. Oh, the teardrop falls in. 8 points for Paul George.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. White, the pass to Boucher. Pass to Minot.
Well, picking up his second foul, he can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Back to George. Fires for 3. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
Well, he's already got 9 points from three-point range. They need to pay attention to him wherever he is.
Outside White. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Fast break. Here we go. From deep. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
Now shooting the 3 ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
George finds Embiid. It's Grimes on the wing. Off target with the 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And he gets that one.
What a good finish inside. Simons is such a talented scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call a timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Let's go to the leaderboard and see which teams have been leading in assists this season. The 76ers, number 1.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
'76ers trail by 10. Here's George. Philadelphia with another miss. The Celtics have gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. The shot by Garza, no good. The 76ers have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. He was all alone on that one.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And the 76ers making a change here. Maxi's checked in. Boston also changing it up. Tatum comes in for Garza, and it's Jaylen Brown in for Minot. Boston leading by 7. Outside White. Got a hand on it, and they recover it. Boucher passes to Brown. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Outside Grimes. Pass to Edgecombe. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by White.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Now Simons. Boucher a screen on Maxey. Clock at 6. Back to White. Fires the 3. And it's White again missing.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And just a very well-built guard. You know, Maxey is so hard to slow down around the rim.
Shooting 2.
That one's off.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Philadelphia. He hits the second from the line. Celtics lead by 6. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Sixers, they want to get over the top. Joel Embiid said, I've accomplished everything individually, but there's one thing missing, which is to win a championship. We have to do whatever it takes to make sure that in the postseason I'm healthy and as dominant as I've ever been. Back to you, Ryan.
His health is key. Allie, we appreciate the report. Simons passes to Tatum. Lets a floater go. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
Masterful touch on the floater by Tatum, making a difficult shot look relatively easy.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Pass to Embiid. Now Maxey. He's covered by Simons. From outside the arc, Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Brown's got 5 rebounds tonight. White with it. Grimes covering. Puts it up from 12. And Grimes pulls it down. 76ers trail by 11. Here's Maxey. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Chris Boucher.
Yeah, for a scorer like Maxey, the pump fake is such a good tool to have.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw's good from Maxey. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. Both free throws good from Maxey. Well, Coach, the younger generation in the NBA just continues to get better and better.
Yeah, it's like anything, B.A. I mean, evolution is something that's real, right? People evolve and get better and build on the people ahead of them. You learn from the people ahead of you. The players watch guys as they grow up, and then they learn to do things. The next generation learns from them, and the skill level just continues to improve.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
That one misses.
Well, of the many things about Jason Tatum that make him an elite player, I think his composure is underrated. This guy never lets the other team get under his skin, and that is rare.
And he's good on the second. And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trailing by 10. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Simons finds Tatum. Boucher outside. Over Drummond. Boucher, no good. Philadelphia shooting only 36% during the second. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Friday, they'll be taking on Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. He misses the free throw. McCain's checked in for Philadelphia. Good on the second one. Tatum with it. 10 points for him. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's Brown. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Maxey. He's got 11. Embiid, a screen on Pritchard. And here's Maxey outside. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Here's Grimes. Philadelphia with another miss.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And finished off by Boucher.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Pritchard against Maxey. Pass to Embiid. This one for 3. Yes, sir! Embiid from distance.
Man, we've seen Embiid hit threes for years, and his touch is still impressive. You just never see that on a man Joel's size.
Celtics lead by 8. Right side Pritchard. Out to Simons. Back to Pritchard. And here's Brown for 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Defeated by Detroit in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they found some decent looks, but the shots just weren't falling. Sometimes it goes like that.
Seems like they did all they could, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way.
Embiid misses. Boston has gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Here's Simons. The 15-footer is good. Simons got 4 points in the quarter.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Embiid against Tatum. Pass to Grimes. Outside McCain. The 3-ball. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pritchard, the pass to Boucher. Now here's Brown. Covered by Grimes. Back to Boucher. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Goes up on the baseline. And McCain with the basket on the assist from Maxey.
Over his time in the league, Maxey has really improved his playmaking.
Pass to Pritchard. The 3 is up. The shot no good. And that concludes the first half. Boston out in front, leading by 8. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Welcome, everybody. And as we start to work our way through the season, a sneak peek at the Rookie of the Year race.
You don't slow-play rookies anymore. They get thrown into the fire. And these guys have responded well.
Offensively, yes. But defensively, they still have quite a bit to learn.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Celtics.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
So it's Boston now. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to George. Fires from deep. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
And great range is a big part of why George is a high-level scorer.
Queta, pass to Tatum. There's Simons with a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Simons has got 11 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Philadelphia moving it around. For 3, George. The kick out to Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Boston pulls it in.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Brown passes to Simons. White on the wing, fires the 3, and again, Boston with the triple.
And White knows he has the green light to fire from deep. Great looking 3-ball there.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Embiid a screen on Brown. Pass to Edgecombe, 3-pointer. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game. George against Brown. Outside White. Here's Queta. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
For 3, George finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Simons passes to Tatum. Back to Simons. 4-3. It's hauled in by Oubre. 76ers trail by 10. Here's Edgecombe. Oh, he picked him clean. It's 2-on-1. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist from Brown. Simons has got 13 now.
Well, it took Simons some time to find his footing in this league. But since then, he's been a consistent scoring threat.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at Philadelphia, in second now, but wanting to claim that top seed. And, of course, there's the Celtics, behind 4.5 games.
You know, for the Celtics, they've looked simply average so far. And that's shocking when you consider how good they were last year.
Well, it's easy for an elite team to be a little complacent at this point. And that's when your star players need to lead by example and pick up the effort level and the intensity.
White, the pass to Simons. Here's Brown. Rebound by Philadelphia. Edgecombe's got 6 rebounds now in the game. For 3, George. Simons with a rebound. Celtics lead by 12. And Anthony Simons has grown his reputation. But he still flies a little under the radar, Stan.
Yeah, he hasn't been in high visibility situations, like an epic playoff game that puts you on everyone's map. But opponents sure fear him and respect him.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid fires it home.
Yeah, Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Now Simons. He's got 13. Outside, Brown. Here's Keita. Embiid covers. Brown finds White. 5 on the clock. No good from outside.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Well, just doing an excellent job defensively. Using his body to disrupt the shot and then get control of the loose ball.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. They've led by as many as 14. Outside Tatum. Pass to White. Here's Keita. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Tatum with the 3. And Tatum buries it from long distance.
I know it's a long 3, but for guys like Tatum, that's just a normal shot.
76ers trail by 13. Up top, George. Defended by Brown. George passes to Embiid. Brown with the steal. On the wing, Simons. Maxey covering.
Well, when Simons is making plays for others, this offense becomes even more dangerous.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. For 3, George. It's hauled in by White. White's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Tatum. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game. And for the 76ers, they're shooting just 36% in the third. Ooh, got that one up quick. Maxey's got 16 points.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
White with a screen on Maxey. Puts it up from 12. Simons passes to Tatum. And Boston again with the bucket.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
And there's Oubre. That one's good on the assist from Maxey. Maxey's got his 4th assist with that last one. Maxey against Simons. White with a screen on Maxey. Tatum from long range. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Edgecombe. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
And the Celtics making a change here. Pritchard's checked in. Celtics lead by 11.
Get on Tatum.
Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Oubre. Tatum passes to Keita. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Philadelphia moving it around. Oubre can't hit. Boston has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. White kept alive. Second chance shot. No luck on that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Here's Embiid. Oh, nice job, Embiid.
Yeah, really nice feel from George, making the correct decision in a two-man game.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Philadelphia making a change here. Grimes is checked in. A group of teams that love to run. The NBA leaders in fast break scoring. In third, Philadelphia.
And make no mistake, this team loves to get out and run. Whenever they see space to leak out and score fast, they go strong.
Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Oubre. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Celtics lead by 9. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Maxey, that's good.
Overall, this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Boston has gone 4 of 7 from 3. A good percentage in the third quarter. Here's Tatum. Look at Tatum using his length.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
George against Brown. Embiid, a screen on Brown. Here's the teardrop. Here's Oubre. Here's Embiid. And Pritchard pulls it down. The Celtics shooting around 52% since the start of the third. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
And the length of White is kind of surprising. He's got about a 6'8" wingspan, and that helps him down low.
'76ers trail by 14. Outside Grimes. George outside. Launches it. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, the Celtics shooting around 51%. That's a good number. White, the pass to Pritchard. And here's Brown. Off the mark there with a 3. For 3, George. Rebound Boston. And here's White. He's got 17. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
I don't love fouling White there. He can really hurt you at the line.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
And he drops the first. And the 76ers with some changes. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Edwards comes in for Oubre. And McCain subbed in for Maxey. Boston also changing it up. Garza's checked in for Keita. Boucher comes in for Jason Tatum. And Minot subbed in for Brown. He makes 1 of 2 that time. In a lot of ways, Paul George has been the prototype of the modern swingman, Grant.
Yeah, 6'8", and with his versatile skill set, plug and play on any team. But health has been a challenge as of late. Now in his mid-30s, can he maintain that elite level?
Here's Boucher, and he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And good whistle there.
It's his first trip to the line. The free throw drops for Boucher. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 76ers trail by 17. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Boston on offense. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Pritchard, the pass to White. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got 11 points in the quarter.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
A minute 6 left in the third quarter of the game. Knocked away. And that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, we've seen White's confidence as a scorer grow over time, which is why he stays aggressive when he catches fire.
Outside Grimes. Pass to McCain. Inside. And Drummond with the jam.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
44 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Now here's Pritchard. He has 6. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound in this one. White with a steal. Lets it go. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. And George gets it to go on the assist by McCain. McCain's got his 4th assist in this one. White with it. 22 points for him. Here's Garza. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Celtics out in front, leading by 17. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Joel Embiid, Jared McCain out there with Edgecombe. Then there's Quentin Grimes, and it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Simons finds Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Back to Simons. 3-pointer. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's McCain. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Here's Simons. Pass to Minot. Out to the right wing. 3-pointer Pritchard. Joel Embiid with the board. 76ers trail by 14. Now here's Drummond. Philadelphia moving it around. Outside Grimes. There's the triple. The offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with great length and explosiveness, Drummond's ability to clean up the glass is second to none.
Simons outside. Pass to Minot. Got it.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Drummond to screen on Simons. Grimes, the pass to Drummond. Here's Edgecombe. Beyond the arc. Grimes' shot is off.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Pass to Minot. Now here's Brown, covered by Grimes. Brown, that's good. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Love that from Brown. No one can stop that floater.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Embiid, high post. Here's Edgecombe. Shoots over Simons. Drummond. Second chance effort. And he lays it in. Drummond's got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, he's doing all he can. He needs help out there.
Here's Minot. Pass to Brown. And Grimes pulls it down. 76ers trail by 14. Out to the right wing. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Edgecombe. Oh, big finish! Oh, powered down with both hands.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Boston leading by 12. Here's Minot. Boucher on the screen. Here's Brown. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Meet him at the rim, Joel. Just a fantastic block there from Embiid.
Pass to Grimes. Embiid, a screen on Brown. Here's Grimes. And again, it's Philadelphia. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Some changes for Philadelphia. Oubre, he's checked in for Drummond. Paul George comes in for Embiid. And it's Tyrese Maxey in for McCain. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Minot. Jason Tatum comes in for Brown. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He said, "This is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up." He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Tatum. No good that time. Grimes with a defensive effort to the paint. And there's Oubre. That one's good on the assist from Maxey.
And give them credit on the job they've done to narrow the gap with this big run.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Boucher. On the wing, Simons. White on the wing. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
George outside. Boston pulls it in. Now Tatum. Pass to Keita. And here's Simons, covered by Grimes. To snap the cold streak. And Simons with the lay-in. And the Celtics lead by 10.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Maxey. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Maxey's got 9 points now in the second half.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
On the wing, Simons. Maxey covering. And it's Simons missing. Philadelphia's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's George. Boston with a rebound. Cater's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's White. He's guarded closely. The layup misses. And he lobs it up top. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there. And so it's Boston with it. 6-point game. Outside White. Pass to Tatum. Takes a 3. Tatum drills the 3.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Maxey against Simons. Here's George. And the jam by George.
I like when Paul looks to score inside because he's more than capable of dunking it through.
Celtics lead by 7. Simons deciding where to go with it. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Right side Oubre. Let's go with a 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Boston's shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Outside White. Simons against Maxey. And it's Simons missing. 76ers trail by 6. Outside Grimes. Back to Maxey. Five to shoot. Out to Oubre. Lets it go from deep. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Simons. Pass to White. The finish! Oh, a huge slam! An exclamation point on that break.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And so Simons will bring it up for Boston. Outside Boucher. Left side Tatum. Another shot. Hey, strong move, Tatum.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Embiid, he's checked in for Grimes. And the Celtics also making a change. Brown, he's checked in for Boucher. Brown against George. Now Embiid. All sorts of time. And he buries the jumper.
And one thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the moment.
Celtics lead by 4. Outside Tatum. Here's Simons. White! Can't hit it.
It's the fire he's playing with that has him leading the team in rebounds.
Double digits for him on the glass. He's getting it done.
Now Embiid. Gets it to go.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Boston has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. Tatum against Oubre. Tatum drops the hammer.
Well, you know who their #1 option is when they need a big bucket, and Tatum rarely disappoints.
Trailing by 4. George left side. Here's Embiid. Ooh, a matching slam. Back and forth they go.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Simons against Maxey. Here's a pass to Tatum. Owning the post right there.
What a big-time bucket. Tatum stepping up as a leader and coming through for his team.
Outside Oubre. Now Embiid. Outside George. Just 5 on the clock. Maxey. The 3 is off. Well, the Celtics shooting the ball at 48% so far. Now White. And they go to the intentional foul. Simons fires. Oh, missed on the tray.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out. Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Tatum. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. The putback! The putback! How about the activity?
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Now a timeout called by Philadelphia. 7 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
The 3 is in!
Where was the perimeter D on that one? You have to guard against all possibilities.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that'll put him up 2. George! And the 3 misses. So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. And this was an emotional win for them, no doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment. You love how they just diffuse the energy in this arena.
And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. So a lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, and play with a lot of poise, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Derek White.